News, Adelaide.
To the Northern Territory, and the Greens have called for a new approach to reduce the number of Indigenous Australians in prisons. They say more than $3 billion is spent on incarceration annually, and it isn't having an effect or reducing recidivism. Sky News Indigenous Affairs reporter Dan Borscher has the detail.
Indigenous incarceration is at crisis levels according to the Greens, and they say that's why they've released a new policy platform around Justice Reinvestment. 26% of the population of Australian prisons is Indigenous, despite Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people making up just 2.5% of the population. The Greens say in the Northern Territory that overrepresentation is significantly higher.
Australia's Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islanders are some of the most imprisoned people in the world. My understanding is that 83% of the Northern Territory's prison population is people from an Indigenous background.
Justice Reinvestment is a concept that's gaining traction around the globe. Its process is to take money from prisons and spend it before people get into the justice system. The Greens say more than $3 billion is spent on jails every year, and recidivism rates are at their highest.
And the reason that we need a justice reinvestment approach is because the current policy is failing. The current policy of imprisoning more and more people in Australia that's being followed by the states and territory governments is a failure.
And the man who will be running for the Greens in the Northern Territory, acclaimed musician Warren H. Williams, says that when people go to jail, there's a great loss of connection to country and culture.
If we lock up our mob all the time, the kids don't get taught their culture.
Dan Borscher, Sky News, Darwin.
Time for sport now with Luke. And Luke,